Welcome to the Tarleton Library's resource video series. This video is called, How Do I Make My Personal Account in Library Databases? Have you ever tried to save an article to your personal folder, only to find that the next time you use the database, it was gone? Fear no more. This video will walk you through creating a personal account and using personal folders in Discovery at Tarleton and other EBSCOhost-owned databases. While this video describes the process in Discovery at Tarleton, the steps for making a personal account in other library databases are generally quite similar. In this example, we will demonstrate making a personal account with Discovery at Tarleton. Start by going to the library's website, tarleton.edu/library. The search bar on the home page defaults to Discovery at Tarleton, so you can enter whatever search terms you like right on the main page. For this example, let's search for transformational leadership. When you access any library resource from off-campus, you will be prompted to authenticate that you are a Tarleton student, faculty, or staff member by logging into Tarleton's Central Authentication Service with your NTNet account information. For students, this is your student ID number and password, just like you use to access Canvas and MyGateway. Don't be confused here. This step is simply about confirming your right to access Tarleton Library resources. Users accessing library resources physically on campus will not need to authenticate. After you enter your NTNet account information, click Login. Once on the search results page, it's important to sign in right away. When you save files to your folder and are not logged in, the information in the folders will disappear as soon as you close your browser or inactivity causes you to time out. For new or existing users, sign in from the purple bar at the top of the page. You will then be taken to a sign-in page for EBSCOhost, the company that oversees our Discovery at Tarleton resource. For returning users, you can choose to log in with your Google account or log in with your username and password. For new users, select the Create One Now option at the bottom of the screen. You can choose to sign up with Google or create your own username and password. Signing up with Google will prompt you to enter your existing Google account information. In this example, we will create a personal account. Enter your personal information as prompted by EBSCOhost. This includes your first and last names, as well as preferred email address. You may use one of your personal email accounts. It does not have to be your Tarleton student email. Then create a username and password. You will then be prompted to select a secret question to aid you in recovering your account in the event that you forget your password. Select your preferred question from the drop-down menu of choices, and then type in your response in the secret answer box. In order to proceed, check the box indicating your consent to the collection of personalized data. Feel free to click on the Personal Data Retention and Usage link for more information on EBSCOhost's policy. When ready, click Continue. EBSCOhost will confirm that your account has been successfully created. This account with EBSCOhost will work in any EBSCOhost database, not just Discovery at Tarleton. Examples include Academic Search Complete, CINAHL Complete, and the Social Work Reference Center, just to name a few. To continue, select the Click Here option. You will then be prompted to log in to EBSCOhost. Enter the username and password information you just created, then click Sign In. After signing in, you will be returned to your original search. Now you are free to start saving your favorite search results for later. From the search results page, you can add resources to your folder by clicking the folder icon with the plus symbol to the right of each citation. You can also add things to your favorites from within an individual item record. To view an individual record, click on the title. From within an item record, the Add to Folder button is located in the Tool menu on the right. Click the folder icon to add it to your saved items. Whenever you want to view the list of items you have saved, just go to the top of the page and select Folder. The folder icon will always be there whether you're in the search results or an item record. In the My Folder page, you will be able to access any item record you have saved during your research process when logged into EBSCOhost. As you continue your research during your journey at Tarleton, you might want to organize your research into folders. You can create new folders in the lower left corner. Click the New button in the My Custom section. Type in your desired folder name and a brief description about the folder. In this example, let's name the folder Leadership. Click Save when you're done. You will now be able to see your Leadership folder in the lower left corner. You can move resources to the folder by clicking the checkbox beside your desired item, and then selecting to either copy or move the item. The Copy To button will place a copy in your new folder while leaving a copy of the item in your default My folder. The Move To option will pull the item out of your My folder and transfer it to your new folder. In this case, I will move the item to my new Leadership folder. Now the item is no longer in the default My folder, but you can still access it by clicking on the Leadership folder and selecting the corresponding item type. You can continue to create as many folders as you like, and even nest folders for complex research. Just click on the question mark icon beside the My Custom folder for more information on using folders. You also have the option to share resources in your custom folder with other Tarleton users. To do this, select the Share button below your folder. To share, just enter the email address of those you want to have access to your folder. You can edit the email title and message content as desired. Pay attention to the checkbox below the message field. The default setting is to restrict the passcode to a single use. Whomever you opted to email will receive an auto-generated password from EBSCOhost to use to access your shared folder. You can choose for this password to expire after one use, which is the default setting, or you can uncheck the box to allow users to use the password again if necessary. This means whomever you share the account with could potentially share that password with someone else, so keep that in mind. If a fellow user shares a folder with you, once you use the email link and password combination, you will be able to view the folder in the Shared By section in the lower left-hand corner. The majority of library databases functions with the same principles as Discovery at Tarleton. ProQuest is just one example of a different type of database for which you may create an account. Off-campus users must first authenticate that they are a Tarleton user to access the database. Once in the database, look for buttons that say things such as Sign In, Register, or Log In. Some databases use a person-shaped icon to denote a personal profile. More often than not, these links will be located at the top of the web page, generally on the right. Any of these options should prompt you to create an account, which will allow you to save resources while you research. Do not hesitate to contact the library if you experience any difficulty creating an account in Discovery at Tarleton or other library databases. You can email your questions to reference@tarleton.edu or reach us by phone. Call 254-968-9249 for the Dick Smith Library in Stephenville or 817-717-3315 for the Rickett Library in Fort Worth.